Hey podheads, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Critical Role Vox Machina Origins Series 1 and 2 Library Edition hardcover. So stick around, let's talk comics. Hey podheads, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Starbuck, aka Prince of Dorkness, and today we are going to take a look at the Critical Role Vox Machina Origins Library Edition Series 1 and 2 Collection hardcover. Say that 5 times real fast. If it's your first time on the channel, make sure to go ahead and give me a big thumbs up below, smash that subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. And remember folks, sharing is caring. So today I want to talk a little bit about this Vox Machina book. If you are unfamiliar with Critical Role or Vox Machina, chances are you're here by accident. If you are, you have a lot more research to do, and then come back. I'll see you in a couple of years. That being said, this book is fantastic for anyone who enjoys the Critical Role cast of voice actors playing D&D. If you're a fan of the Vox Machina Amazon Prime cartoon, if you like anything out of any of these groups, or if you probably even have the faintest idea what I'm talking about, you'll probably enjoy this book. This book is fun. It is kind of mature. It has fantastic artwork all the way through by Olivia Sampson. I really enjoyed the artwork from the beginning to the end. I've seen these characters depicted in so many different ways through fan art, through the Amazon Prime series, and now through Olivia Sampson's art in this hardcover book. I have to say, this is one of my favorite representations. It looks fantastic. The colors are whimsical, and it just kind of lends to the type of storytelling that these master storytellers have done. Speaking of master storytellers, the first series is written by Matthew Colville. The second series is written by Jody Houser, although it does not feel like there's a significant break in authorship. The story flows very well from one to the other, and all around, I had so much fun with this book. Let's talk a little bit about value, guys, because this book will run you on Amazon $21.99. It is 320 pages. They are very thick, sturdy pages. As one reviewer said on Amazon, they complained that this book was clearly too big to be carried around. It made it cumbersome. So they would tell people to buy this book in single volume trade paperbacks. To that reviewer, if you're watching, you're not welcome here. Just saying. But this book's fantastic, guys. Seriously, like $20, 300 pages. It is an origin series for several characters, so you get to see, I think it starts out with the first bit being Grog and Scanlan, and then it starts out with Keyleth and Vex and Vax, and then goes into Grog and Scanlan. This story is fantastic. It's so much fun. I don't want to give it away, because one of the things that's nice about this is that although I'm not caught up of having watched the entire Vox Machina series in actual play, I probably caught the first 80 hours or so, not nearly enough to be caught up. This book does not tell the same stories. It may have the origin stories later on in the actual play series than where I'm at, but so far, you know, if you've watched the first 20 episodes of Vox Machina either on YouTube or Twitch or something like that, nothing that you've seen already will spoil what you're gonna read. Same with the Vox Machina Amazon Prime series. Again, does not spoil anything in this book or vice versa. So I would definitely check this out if you're looking for something because you really enjoy those characters and you want something new to read. This book, I took it with me for a weekend. I read it really quickly. You could probably read this in several hours. And I have absolutely no regrets in buying it. This is published by Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse Comics retails for $39.99, but we know how to get around those retail prices. And is just a wonderful collection Wonderful addition to your collection. The one thing I will say about the construction of this book, all of the Dark Horse books I've always been fond of. I think that they put together a very good quality book with good bindings, good thick pages. But this book did kind of, even after, like, you know, stretching it out minimally and whatnot, this book did kind of seem to roll a little bit. The spine rolled just a little. Nothing became unglued or detached. It's just the whole thing kind of slanted and rolled just a little bit. So could be just a one-off with my book. I've never had any other problems with Dark Horse books, but that was a strange experience with this one. All around, though, this book is absolutely worth your time. If you're a Critical Role fan and you're unfamiliar with Vox Machina, it's a great place to start. Everything's origin stories. You'll really enjoy it. All of the characters have their distinct feel. That character that you're already familiar with, Scanlan, is still the, you know, 2-foot perverted little halfling. Grog, I don't know what it is about Grog, the character of Grog, but every form of media that I see these stories in, like, Grog always becomes like my absolute favorite in the show or in the book, and there was no exception here. Grog is incredible, but all around, this is definitely a book you should be picking up. I hope that this brings you, you know, a little bit of clarity as to whether or not this is something that you like. I think that if you're not a Critical Role fan, it's also a good place to start because it is origin stories. But these origin stories do kind of play a little bit to the characters that we've become very familiar with watching the Critical Role actual play sessions. So take it or leave it. It's up to you. Definitely recommend it. And I think that's pretty much it for my video tonight, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I've got a new episode of Dork coming out. My schedule's changed. My regular work schedule has changed. So my days off have changed a little bit. So I expect a new issue of Dork on Friday. I'm going to have a lot of books. I've read a lot of books for this episode. So it's maybe the longest Dork you've ever seen. Thank you so much for sticking around, guys. I appreciate you. If you haven't already done it, ring the bell, smash the like button, give me a thumbs up. As always, I love you guys. And remember, when all else fails, take a nap. Good night.